Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a grand campaign for you. Our first round is going to be the Piper Farm, where Colquitz is leading the CSA campaign versus the 1st Brigade, which is 9th Corps, and Midwest Brigade leading the Union campaign side. And then going to our second round, we have the Alexander Farm, where the 1st Delaware will be leading the Union side, the Union campaign, and then a Merc token, so everyone's kind of in charge of the CSA side. So before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video by doing so and hitting the join button. You can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Our regiments for today: on the CSA campaign side, you have Colquitz Brigade, 11th Mississippi, Davis Brigade, 12th Virginia, Pickett's Brigade, and the 1st Kentucky. Whereas on the Union campaign side, you have the 42nd Pennsylvania, Corn Brigade, Iron Brigade, Free States Brigade, 36th New York, 9th Corps, Midwest Brigade, Hampton's Legion, 1st Delaware, and the Irish Volunteer Brigade. Server pop, as of right now, it is currently 250. Inbalance is 6 towards the Union side. When you look at the artillery, though, the Union has 7. CSA has 7 as well, so that infantry imbalance is 6 in favor of Union, and I'm sure they're going to appreciate that as the attacker. Frontline reporters today. From our Union side, you got Lucian here from the Iron Brigade, and on the other end of things, you have Doug from the Colquitz Brigade. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what's going on in the sky. So, Piper Farm, it is a 37% ticket advantage to the Union side. Union weapons on this map. They've got the 7th Maine with the Enfield and the 20th New York with the Mississippi. And then the CSA defense, they have the 8th Alabama with the Enfield or the Springfield 55, and the 8th Florida with the Springfield 55, Enfield, or the Springfield 42. So CSA's got buck and ball on this map. And you can see Union strategy doing what Union has done as of late. They've done this for a while. The map boundaries changed a while ago, I don't know when, to where you could kind of go over here and not be out of bounds. So both sides like fighting over this stone wall. And Union is going to try to take it. Interestingly, CSA is taking a more defensive approach. They're not holding on that corner like they normally do. Union just kind of ran up and took it. However, maybe CSA is thinking, you know, we don't want to play that aggressively because we don't want to lose a whole lot of tickets. But also with this accuracy update, maybe CSA is thinking they can hold a little back, you know, maybe use these rocks out here, these slight defilades, and, you know, take advantage of it. Although you could potentially, by not holding these aggressively, let the Union take this spot, which it can be a staging ground for the Union side. You got 9th Corps, Midwest Brigade, 1st Brigade, an HL over here on this right side for the Union. Meanwhile, further towards the center, you got the Iron Brigade and 36th New York holding center, 1st Delaware. Furthest back, a lot of manpower there, and then you got more Iron Brigade there and FSB to their left. Meanwhile, traditionally, when I started playing back in 2020, we have, who is this, 42nd PA and 30th Ohio. They're shifting over to this side, and this is what you would normally see years ago, is Union will push all their guys onto this stone wall that they're on right now and just charge up here to the point, which is centered here. However, as mentioned, Union likes to go to this side, and that artilleryman killed this flag. IB's pushing forward, FSB behind. I don't know why they're going in by themselves, though. A lot of missed shots from CSA there. Being CQB, but they should have enough manpower regardless to throw IB off, and IB, seeing that they're outnumbered, get out of there pretty quickly. You got IVB to their left, holding down CSA far left. You got the 11th Mississippi, 12th Virginia, and Pickett's Brigade. You got mostly artillery over here for CSA, but you also have the 1st Kentucky guys kind of defending this side. So, fascinating round so far. More just CSA holding back and not playing aggressive. They're baiting the Union in, which is not a bad idea for the CSA, who half their team has 42s. Which, if we look at the balance thing here, looks like 11 Mississippi and Colquitz Brigade have the option of getting the 42 because they're with the 8th Florida, and so maybe they're taking it. I assume they are. You could switch back between round ball and buck and ball. I know a lot of people think buck and ball sucks at the longer range, and it's definitely nerfed in the recent update, but I still think 42 is great. Buck and ball is great. Even if you damage someone a little bit, because the pellets don't kill past 33 yards. It shoots like a shotgun. Main shot and a couple pellets, right? Pellets don't kill past 33 yards. And you might think, well, that is terrible for the gun, and sure, it doesn't help it, but the biggest, I still think it's good because, you know, if a pellet still hits someone, you damage them, right? You might not kill them, but you damage them. And if you get into a melee with them, well, they're one stab. So, I don't know why IB and FSB keep running up the center like this. And just getting shot down by CQB. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if CSA strategies try to bait the Union in and then use the 42s to our advantage. Because Union, again, has a 37% ticket advantage on this map. And that's not easy to overcome as a defender. And especially with the upped or increased accuracy with the ballistics in the recent, more like a month ago update now. Union doesn't have to necessarily charge in. They can sit back and kind of get into a shootout, which is maybe why you're seeing CSA try to hold in a slight defilade, which, well, Mississippi's probably got to retreat a little more if they want to stay in that defilade there, but that's the thing. It's going to be, I think CSA, though, is trying to play a time game, which is not a terrible idea. I just don't know if, I mean, Union's dropping down tickets of the CSA pretty fast. Briefly pointing out, you got CSA already here, Union already over top. I guess there's guns there. Huh. Oh, looks like IB's pushing forward again. Now we see what Lucian's seeing. He's going up there. FSB is following. It looks like you got a lot more. First Delaware and HL. The whole Union team is pushing up this way. And yeah, this is just the next kind of step. You know, CSA is going to play a little defensive. Might as well charge up. Love Mississippi turning on the side to get shots. The main Union horde, though, is going after Colquitt's brigade. They might be out of bounds here trying to charge in. That's why some of them are just taking their shots and not going in. A lot of the Union guys have the Mississippi's really short guns.
Hold, CQB, hold.
CQB holding that off. Meanwhile, the rest of the CSA, DB 12th VA, Lone Mississippi charging in the backside of this Union charge, and they're going to get a couple flags potentially. So that's 3 Union flags down right now. Nice little maneuver from CSA. Union charged up center here to CQB. They got beat up, CQB did, but they held the line. And then the rest of the CSA collapsing from the rear side and was able to get those Union flags. Because the flags generally hold in the back. And, you know, if you get the flags, they can't get their respawns. Meanwhile, 42nd PA and 30th Ohio pushing up. I don't know if they're going to charge in. Maybe I wish they would have charged in when the rest of the Union went. Actually, it looks like they're just going to get a couple shots. CSA returning fire.
Move it back, move it back, move it back, move it back.
Move back, move back. It's too late now.
And so, yeah, as a result, Union loses 3 flags there, and CSA slightly up on tickets. Strategy so far seems to be working pretty well for the CSA side. But if you're Union, right, you can afford to be down a little bit of tickets. That's perfectly fine. As long as you're not down by, like, you know, half a morale stage or more, and you should be fine. Because your priority as an attacker is just to get those defenders' ticket down and make sure the tickets overall stay even.
Take a knee when loaded, boys. Check and loaded.
Hey, talk to me.
And with CSA, I think CSA needs to push up on these caissons here. I know you don't want to get in a shootout per se with the Union and lose tickets that way, but if it kind of feels like a chance to hold up here because Union's probably going to send, once they get formed up over here in a second or so, they're going to send a couple guys forward to get those flags back, and CSA getting those flags down, that opportunity will have gone away per se. But maybe CSA is like, you know, we won this first charge, we have a ticket lead. They had their flags and we still won, so we're perfectly fine giving them back. We just want to, you know, kill this time as much as possible. So, you got a couple CSA 12th VA guys up here, which I don't know what they're doing there. If you're really trying to play time as CSA and a map is lopsided this in Union's favor, you can't afford out of lines. Sure, you're going to get a couple kills, but I mean, they're not dying, so yeah, for now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Look at that. Maybe that was a good thing that they were there in the end. Who knows?
Hold fire, boys.
So Union up in their original position, sending a couple more guys over to that stone wall. Union's going to get one of these flags back.
All good.
Yeah, all quiet on the front here. Union spread out across the whole width of the map, basically. CSA kind of the same. It's so fascinating seeing how maps change over the long run. Because I mentioned a little earlier, but Union used to just go up onto the stone wall here and just charge up here, and CSA would all hunker down right here, and Union would just charge into this. The glory days of Piper Farm. But here we go, another Union charge. CSA is actually reacting pretty quickly. See this volley. Holy crap. Those shots were a little high, but, you know, they have enough guys to do the damage. Meanwhile, this CSA kind of flank around's getting charged out by some Union here. Meanwhile, Pickett's Brigade's charging out of the stone wall there to flank them. Everyone's flanking each other. And Union gets wiped there really quickly. Colquitt's Brigade countercharging the Union there. And that's going to be one Union flag down, which, you know, oh, there's a CSA down flag there, but they should pick that up. You know, that's good for Union at least, per se. I mean, Ticket's still slightly in CSA's favor. Come on, TJ. Nice shot. You should gotta hit that. So yeah, Union's... Honestly, tickets are pretty even, so that charge there was really good for the Union side. It only looks like they've lost one flag. Oh, we also got a charge on this side with a down CSA flag. I don't know who's joined the 42nd and 30th, but 11 Mississippi has shifted their attention this way.
Aim for the flags, boys.
In, go, 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 go,
Union's
go, go,
retreating.
I'm bored. I'm charged. I'm charged now.
Looks like Iron Brigade that joined them.
Let's go.
Well, Mississippi's going in for a very risky charge. I don't know if I like this.
Come on, lads. Time's the day worth living for.
Again, your goal right now as a defender. CSA's been playing a game okay so far. They're trying to play this time because you can't necessarily play on tickets. But you know, by them charging in, I guess they get a couple of Union kills. But a charge like that for CSA, the reason why you'd want to do that is to potentially get a ticket lead on the Union or get their flag down, which neither happened. If anything, both sides lost more tickets out of that charge. So I get what you're trying to think, maybe get some stragglers, but Union had enough guys there and were able to turn around. So, oh well. 15 minutes into the round. Union's actually up on tickets now. And we are resetting. One Union flag is down there, but instead of that, Union should have them where they're despawned.
People have gotten arrested over rioting in the theaters.
On the left and right, on the left and right.
Left or right, boys. Skill.
Move.
The Minecraft movie, praise be.
Take aim.
Fire! Back to low!
Back to low.
So, you saw, actually I can go back and look at it now, I'm going to start talking about it, but Union's got the Mississippis here. Real short length weapons. They're very good for like accuracy and whatnot. However, in terms of their melee, it's not that great because their length of the weapon is shorter, and a shorter length weapon means you're not going to be able to stab someone as far away. So, I don't know. This map has been, out of all the maps in the game, like, Union has the advantage with a lot of tickets. And they have Mississippis, which are not that great at charging. CSAs, they've got the shotguns, the 42s. They also have a fair amount of good ground here. I would say that this is one of the maps that has aged better as time has gone on in terms of its balance. Like, usually this map goes down to the wire every single time, because even though CSA is not doing great per se on tickets, they're not doing great on time, but they're keeping it even with the Union in tickets. And when it gets even on tickets towards the end of the match, generally that favors the attackers, but there's always room for defenders to win in that situation as well. So this map has always been fairly close, at least since I've seen 300, 350 player servers, which is nice to see. But after a lot of conversation in the War of Rights Discord, the devs did say that the next update's going to focus on ticket balancing, which I don't know what else they're going to include in that update, but it doesn't seem like it should take that long to tweak a few numbers and release them. That's what I think they should do, though, is, right, I mean, you have, my channel, you got Kotal, you got, is it Turquoise from Ninth Corps, if I said that right, but you got a good amount of people that broadcast these matches, and so you're able to get, I would say, a pretty good sample size on a wide array of matches for how maps should be. So I feel like you should be, every month this game should have like balance updates with the maps, I think. A little, like, not extreme updates, except if it's like Rivers Crossing where it's, but or like High Street. Like, there can be extremes on those maps, because like High Street, a lot of events have banned that, and no one plays River Crossing anymore. Like, I think those maps can have extreme fixes, but in terms of a lot of these maps, right, I feel like you could tweak the tickets a little bit each month and like a little update, and that would at least keep people knowing that the game's being worked on, you know, and it could make things fair. And also it changed things up a little more, because you have to, if you're like, oh, I have less tickets overall, I might not be able to do something, then yeah. I think it would definitely change up strategies a little more, but maybe the devs don't want the strategy to be changed non-stop like that. Who knows? We don't know what the devs are thinking, and I don't think that's a good thing, but oh well. So, as I did that little yapping, the Union have taken about a fourth of a morale stage lead right now. The shootouts are always going to favor the attackers, right? If each side's shooting at each other from a distance, even with increased accuracy, there's so many variables that generally shootouts are a one-to-one trade, I would say. And since they're a one-to-one trade, we know the attackers have a good amount more tickets than the defenders, and so as that shootout progresses, the defenders are going to lose a higher percentage of their overall tickets. So,
Steve Lava Chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, Mama Sita, now you're ringing the bell.
I don't know about lava chicken, man. That'd be lava chicken would taste like sulfur, dude.
Bayonets ready.
That would be shit, man.
Union's winning this battle through the power of friendship. Oh my goodness, speaking of winning, Here comes a Union push. My goodness. Union getting a lot of shots, and now they're starting to charge it on this side. Union on the opposite side of the orchard taking some shots, and now they're going in.
To the stone wall, CQB. To the stone
Get in
wall.
there!
Kind of came out of nowhere from the Union side. The officers do have a Steam chat, so they can communicate over that. It's not like they have to send runners or whatever. CSA flag starting to run away, so it's looking good on this side. Union also bonsaiing over there, although it doesn't look as good for the Union side. More because there's a lot more CSA than them over there. CSA dropped and taking losses. Hello, artillery. Did that hit? Oh, that was short, but it somehow got a good amount of kills there. Anyways, Union didn't bring their flags up that side. Union have brought up their flags this side, but good push from Union.
Spread out, straight ahead, gentlemen. Further beyond me. Further beyond me.
Yeah, I think that it's out of bounds by
Now, I know, I mean, that charge was a little off guard for me. I almost wonder if teams, random idea, right? But if you're in a shootout on like Garland's or a map like this, you just do an independent shootout for a while and the defenders will start being, okay, they're independent firing at us, they're probably just going to keep shooting at us. And sometimes if the attackers stop shooting, the defenders might be like, okay, they're about to charge. Maybe instead of like stopping, getting your reloads as an attacker and then charging, you just from the independent fire go straight into a charge. I almost wonder how well that would work because it would catch the defenders more off guard. That's why you would do it, right? Because if you're an attacker and you're independent firing, right, you assume the defenders are independent firing. No one really volleys anymore.
You lucky son of a bitch.
But if you're independent firing and the defenders are independent firing, that means some of them don't have loads too. Sure, you don't have loads, but they don't either. So I wonder if just a surprise attack like that, which is maybe what we just saw. I don't necessarily know. Regardless, Union hit taking losses. Long Mississippi's countercharging HL. I think they're trying to get their flag, but it's a little too far. It might be out of bounds for them. Don't know. And CSA is going to take that Stonewall back. Meanwhile, CSA have completely lost the orchard, and we're almost seeing what we've seen a long time ago. Union capping point here. They're not up by a lot of tickets, so it wouldn't hurt them per se, but you've got CSA in a really great spot right now. You've got the orchard. CSA is kind of hunkered down in this little tiny area here. You have complete access to the point, and there's no reason to cap and force the CSA out to charge at you unless both sides are about to begin breaking. Don't think you want to risk giving CSA a chance to get a ticket lead. So
These young fuckers, man, no respect, goddammit, no respect!
Hey man, I'm old.
So, yeah, at least see what Union's got in the orchard there. Meanwhile, on the other end, you can see, well, you would have seen Doug a moment ago looking for that, but Union Artillery is getting pretty close on this spot. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Union's got 20 minutes. They're up by a little bit of tickets, and they got 20 minutes. They could sit and shoot this out for the rest of the match if they want to. Knowing this event, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Union like pushed up to this straight fence or just pushed up to the stone wall here and volleyed. But actually, interestingly, oh, I thought they were in the barn. I guess not. Nice already shot. I don't know if I killed anybody, but it knocked down a few. You could see them shooting buck and ball for sure. Still using it. I mean, I think they're like Union could charge at any minute, so might as well have that buck and ball loaded. Jeez, Union already is just hitting this spot, which those shots go through the barn there. At least I'm pretty sure cannonballs go through the barn. It might have exploded in here. I don't know. Yeah, it did.
Crouch when loaded. Crouch when loaded, CQB.
So
Keep them independent fire up to the southwest west, gentlemen. Hold fire, hold fire, hold fire. They're down in that dip, down in the little ditch over there, Lucian. They popped up, but they didn't hit too much. Alright, I'm just letting you know. Hey, Bills, gentlemen.
CQB is actually leading that. I think they just don't want to take any fire. So, CSA, they're still committed to trying to kill this clock. I mean, they're hiding in just this side of the map, making sure Union can't go at them. They're either hoping Union early caps so they can maybe regain some tickets. I don't know. Or they're hoping Union pushes up and charges again. Because when we've had these grand team charges, generally the CSA have won them. And that would just make sense with CSA having buck and ball and whatnot. So it's Union's move next. They really could just keep doing this for the rest of the match. Who knows? CSA is really trying to turtle right now. Which, just for reference, CSA main spawns over here. And I haven't looked at this in a long time. Can't really turtle back here. How far can you go? I wonder if CSA goes in the corn. That'd be kind of funny. Although it puts them way too far away from the point. So, anyways, let's see. Who do you got? 36 New York. They're playing a little bit of a cap game. They're maybe trying to bait CSA out by doing that. But as I say, that 9th Corps runs up. They're going to early cap.
Run away, run away, run away!
Run away, run away, run away from this shit.
And 9th Corps gets off. Yeah. It's kind of odd they didn't see that, how far capped it was. So, wow, I never thought of all the events I would watch, this is the event where the turtling happens the most. Who would have thought? But, I mean, Union can get up to this artillery here and at least get into combat with the CSA. They've got time to kill on this. But, it looks like Union finally going to start pushing up here. Iron Brigade pushing forward. I still think Union's going to win this. This isn't like the Anderson's counterattack match we watched a couple of weeks ago where Union campaign, which is the side on Union right now, they played CSA and they were whooping the CSA campaign who was Union on Anderson's, but then they turtled pretty well and won the game, and they had to change the rules for that. Union artillery almost killing Lucian. And IB has found the CSA, who has popped out now. CQB going out. And Union just get shot up there. That's not a surprise. Now you got a lot more Union shifting forward, realizing that the coast is clear. CSA half a morale stage away from breaking. At that point, Union can cap and win. PB is now pushing up to get shots.
Flag.
Remember, you can shoot through the barn here, so Union might just be shooting through there. The doors are open, which you can break the doors. Who would have thought? And you got some CSA flanking around the side. First Kentucky is already here, but CQB is moving this way right now.
Fall back. To the fence, to the fence.
So, CQB is pushing really far. I don't know if CSA is going to try to charge Union out and get flags. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. It might not be a terrible idea.
Take your shot.
Because Union's going to shoot you down to breaking right now if you just stay in your spot. And they're most likely going to take point and win. So CQB gets on the side. Union shifting to adjust to that. And meanwhile, 11 Mississippi is flanking on the rear side, moving through point. Trying to kind of sandwich them. The question is, can they do it? It's a little difficult. I mean, Union does have one flag on the far west side, but Union has 3 over here. You got more CSA kind of shifting out on the center side. You got some shifting up here. Union flags pulling out to the side where CSA is not at.
Here they come.
Yo, phase 6, make sure you use the death ledge. Everyone, use the staff ledge. Use the staff ledge and cut the grass.
And this CSA kind of pincer move is working out well. Union's starting to get thinned out, and some are trying to get out with the flags, and 11 Mississippi sees that, and they're going in. Here comes CQB as well. That's 2 downed Union flags right now. Or at least 1. I guess one of them got picked up. Yeah, British is trying to get out with it. I think he's not going to be able to. So, great little maneuver there from the CSA side. You got still a few Union in the center here. I don't know where their flag is. FSB and 1st Delaware. Looks like they're running that flag out right now, but I assume CSA will see that flag.
Oh, toasty.
Go to the wall, finger. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What?
Kick their ass. Get them.
So yeah, that's 3 down. 2 down flags. 3. Third one's there. Yeah, CSA hit break, and that was really good on CSA's part. Now, I don't know. As CSA, you can't let Union reform. If Union goes for that stone wall, it's rough. Union's going to get one of those flags back at least. CSA is most likely at this point going to set up a defensive line behind the point on a little defilade here. They might set some guys over here as well. But CSA needs to make sure Union can't get the 2 flags that are still down at this point. I mean, if they keep them down, Union will get them back at least by the 7-minute mark.
Good shit.
Gentlemen,
Excellent work, you guys. Let's go.
Checks. Make sure you have
Checks
buttons
when
well.
ready.
Checks, guys.
Oh, it's your bayonet.
Check.
Nice and bloody.
Component ready.
Oh yeah.
So Union's got 2 of those 3 down flags already. That's what I mean. Like, look how close this round is going. I mean, it's still looking very good for the Union side. Don't get me wrong, but CSA is definitely not out of this fight yet. And that's the... I don't know if Union realized they were getting encircled upon, but just as kind of like a side note, right? Each side is... Not about 99% of the time, each side has roughly the same amount of players on each team. And if that's the case, and you're surrounded like the Union was here, Union just need to punch out on one of the sides. You can't just sit there and let yourself be encircled like that. You need to, like, figure out that what's going on, who's where, and then just hit out one of those sides. Which if Union would have turned right away and hit 11 Mississippi, they could have maybe held a lot better. Regardless, though, situation can be crazy. Chaos can happen, so it's not unreasonable what happened per se. It was a good maneuver from CSA, but got some 1st Delaware guys starting to push up. Now, this is the game, right? CSA is holding back in defensive positions and defilades, trying to avoid any ticket loss. But now what Union's going to do is they're going to bring a couple, they're bringing a lot more than a couple, but they're bringing some guys out, right? They're currently capping the point. What this is going to do is it's going to force CSA to move out of their defensive positions and either sit and shoot at the Union or charge them out. Either option's great for Union because they're going to draw the CSA out. And Union should be throwing down lead right now at CSA. CSA already starting to back off. Once CSA starts taking that point back, they can't sit out here. They need to retreat right away.
Fall back, fall back, fall back.
So every second CSA sitting out there, Union gets a couple more kills, which there's a minor skirmishing happening over here between Davis Brigade and on the Union side, HL. Already doesn't like HL, I guess. But Union's got a little over 9 minutes. That's a lot of time left. They can keep doing this if they want. Question is, though, can they get enough of a ticket loss? Or Union could just throw more guys on the point. The issue being, right, we've seen consistently today whenever there's full team actions happening in any area, CSA generally wins that because they've got the bucking ball and they're all shooting down at a blob of Union on point. But here goes 1st Delaware again. And they're starting to cap it again. They need to. I mean, I don't know how wide the cap point is, but they should try to spread out a little more because that blob is gonna get shredded. Anyways, here comes the CSA again. No, my camera was a player. I'd be hit by a trillion bucking ball shots right there. So, first Delaware pulls off. CSA rush up. Not as much as they did the first time, which is good. And CSA, though, starting to drop through braking, though.
Loaded. You know the drill. Good work.
Reload and crouch. Do not crouch.
Alright, cancel that. Do not take a knee.
orders.
We need some soldiers on right now. Excellent. There you go.
Check.
I mean, we'll see how... I mean, Union's got to do it. Yeah, they're already up there doing it again. But we'll see how far CSA is going to drop here through braking in this next attempt. Because this is the third time Union's done it, and they're not reacting. Oh, what an arty shot.
Holy shit, okay.
That was amazing. Wow. And Lone Mississippi is going way, way too far forward here. I don't know why. I think they're trying to get on point. It doesn't go too far into this field, but let CQB up there get up on the point, or whoever's holding here. Pickett's brigade. You can't go out that far like that and try to form a line. Union hasn't tried capping yet. I mean, every time you pulled out, Union's basically retreated. So CSA, they can't go that far forward. Like if you push forward a little bit, like to here, you take some shots at the Union and you see that they're not falling back, then you go in, right? If you push up there here and take some shots and you see Union falling back, don't push it. Now obviously it depends how full the cap is, but third time Union's done that and they're almost halfway through braking. Union can keep doing this if they want. Ninth Corps is now pushing up, trying to do the same. CS has got to manage this a lot better. I mean, PB's pushing up now. Like, I think PB's got to be that group that rushes up there to prevent the cap. Like, look how far back they are, and they're contesting the point still. They should be doing this more often, which looks like some IVB guys are with them. Artillery. Hit that left side of that.
Hagen, you lost your hat too.
We need the song. We need the song. We need to be morale.
So, 5 minutes. Oh, you got some Union trying to harass on this side. HL, First Kentucky going at it. It's like CSA needs to wipe these guys off the face of the earth. You can't let them just sit here. It's like, why? Nice arty shot from Union there. The longer HL sits there, the more kills they're getting, the more kills on the CSA they're getting. I don't know why First Kentucky only winning and CQB sat back. It's like, you don't want a small CSA group going up against a small Union force that's at that moment. That's just going to cause a lot of tickets to be lost. If CSA just sent their mob in, they probably wouldn't lose as much. So, good little move, though, from HL. I mean, CSA is making enough mistakes to... They definitely could have some more tickets on the clock. Maybe like an 8th to a 4th of this morale stage, which it's starting to get to that point where every ticket's going to kind of matter here. Which, you got CSA already up here. They overshot. That one overshot even worse. And then who's over here? 2 HL guys, Gene and Grinch. What an angle. So, surprised Union hasn't set up another group yet. I mean, if they do it 1 or 2 more times, CSA is going to be in last stand.
Don't still, boys, and keep it around a little bit.
What is Union doing? I don't know why they've stopped. I don't know if they're going to charge as a whole team in a second, but I don't know why you're stopping what you're doing. TSA's in defensive spots. You're drawing them out perfectly. Union spent like a minute or two not doing anything. Three minutes left. I don't know why Beelan Bus is going up on his own. Can't cap on his own unless he's going to talk peace negotiate. He can't cap on his own. I don't know why he's up there unless he's trying to see what the CSA are doing. You know, I thought for a moment that CSA was throwing, but now it looks more and more like Union's throwing this game. Neither side wants to win it right now. It's been like 3 minutes now, and the Union team has not sent anybody up. 2-3 minutes. Why? There's literally no reason to not send anyone up. You have a lot of tickets to burn. Yeah, CSA's about to hit last stand, and you're just letting them hide and cover and kill this clock. Man, if Union loses this game, they've played such a great game. They have played a phenomenal game. The past couple times I've watched this map, it's gone down to the wire every time. They've played really well, but to drop it like this at the end would be a little sad. That bar for CSA hasn't been dented. It's to a point now where CSA is going to be able to hold for 2 charges. And, I mean, Union main spawn is right in the center of my screen, right? It's about a 30-40 second charge out. Union's throwing this game. What are they doing? Union have sat here for 4 and 5 minutes and done nothing. They had this game in the bag.
That already did a good hit.
And they just... I mean, they could still take this off the rip, but if CSA holds for 1 charge, they're going to win this game.
Independent fire, boys.
Sorry. 36.
Unless... Oh my goodness. I don't know... Who is in charge of this map again? If they don't win this charge, this is going to be embarrassing for 1st Brigade. I don't know of 9th Corps Midwest Brigade who's leading that, but if Union does not win this charge, it's embarrassing that they lost this game. You played such a good game up to this point, but yet Check. 20 seconds? Are they not? What's happening? What? I'm so confused. What did I just watch? What? Union... If Union was concerned with casualties, which I don't know, what Union was doing at the end, where they sent a tiny group up to, you know, cap the point and draw CSA out, that would be minimal casualties for the Union. That's wild. I can really think of no reason why that would happen. Like, I can understand maybe they wanted to lose this match for the campaign. I don't know. If you were worried about casualties, I don't know why you would charge like you did all game. If anything, you would just sit and shoot the whole time. Literally, the last steps of the game would be minimal casualties for the Union. You just had to keep doing what you were doing. Oh, well. All right, round number 2. We'll see you all shortly. And here we are for the second round now on Alexander Farm. So I asked a person or two about why the Union just stopped pushing forward, and I was just told casualties, which I guess I don't know the specifics of the campaign enough to know what their situation was, but it really seemed like they had enough time on the clock to keep doing what they were doing and never have to fully charge out the CSA. If anything, right, Union just keeps spreading a small group up, CSA push out, you shoot them down, right? If you would have done that 3 or 4 more times, you would have gotten them through. You would have gotten them in the last stand and then wiped a good amount of them. But regardless, it is what it is. And we're off to our second round, Alexander Farm. So sides are on the same sides that they were in the previous round. And Alexander Farm don't necessarily know the ticket advantage of the map. However, we do know the weapons. Union has the 9th New York with the Springfield 61. They also got the 6th Wisconsin with the Lorenz and the Springfield 61. Whereas the CSA side, they've got the 1st Louisiana with the Mississippi, and they also got the 1st Texas with the Springfield 55 and the Springfield 42. So CSA's got buck and ball. This map is, in my opinion, very heavily CSA biased. I haven't seen it since the ballistics or accuracy update. We'll see if that changes things. However, generally, Union can either go on this Union right side. They can't go too far out, or else it's out of bounds. But they do have the stake fence that they can use to approach the point, which is there, by the way, in between all the CSA already. Or Union can go down this left side into the woods, which, again, they can't go that far out this side. Or maybe they can. It's not that big. But really, that's the only 2 places Union can go. Union can't go center. It's too exposed. And it actually looks like this Union team is mostly going to go Union right. They do have a Union regiment, which it is the 42nd PA and 30th Ohio. Not a surprise there. That's what they were doing last round. But you can see CSA mostly putting guys over here. That really tells you where they think the Union was going to go. And I would agree with CSA. You would not expect Union to go to this side because it is a little more wide. But it's still kind of open here. But anyways, Union pushes up. They're moving fast, which is good. They're not waiting for the CSA to get ready. They are just going in. And as a reminder, CSA are being led by Merc token. So I think everyone's kind of in charge at this point. And then 1st Delaware is leading the Union side here.
In the trees, guys, in the trees.
Aim for their dick.
So the longer Union sits in a shootout, CSA is going to send more and more reinforcements over here. So I like that 1st Delaware's going in, although their friendlies are taking a while to reinforce.
Let them come to you, boys.
Have to do off.
Bastards don't know how to charge.
Give them that shit out of you, boy. Come here. Come here, boy.
I said.
Witness me! Witness me!
So Union dealing some damage, meanwhile CSA looking to repeat what they did last round. It's a great spot to go on with that snake fence. Union, though, trying to pile forward. They're not really turning. See it? These CSA guys, actually, holy crap, Union won that pretty decisively. Never mind. Davis Brigade charging forward center side.
Dzień dobry, jak się macie ty? Ahoj, cześć, cześć, aj.
Got more CSA pouring out. Union only a few guys left. 1 flag down for Union right now. They got some Union guys going that way with the flag, which I don't know where. I mean, Union's got one of their flags trying to run back. You got a couple IVB guys out here trying to get the flag down, which
He's bounding on the flag.
flag will probably get out, or it'll get back to a place where Union can get that back. So, well, that being said, Union lost 1 flag. They're going to get 1 flag back. One of those Union flags is over here, which CSA is actually pushing up pretty aggressively on this front.
Forward on them, boys.
Forward on them, pants down, boys. Forward on them.
Put your pants back on.
And it looks like, I don't know what they saw that they were charging, but 11 Mississippi pushed up and fell back. Anyways, that last Union flag is all the way back here. It was able to slip out. What you got here? 1st Delaware getting through.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And this could be a chance for Union to do some damage if they can coordinate something. Now they got to move quick, right? The moment they move out, CSA already is starting to see them, and Doug is running that way with his guys. Oh, rip Doug. He just got domed.
A shoulder officer.
See that on the top left side of the screen.
I don't look like Burger, right?
Or of the YouTube video.
Have a nice day.
There's the slide with them.
Anyways,
Have a nice day. Have a nice day. You guys have a great day. Keep going.
First Delaware is pushing up. I don't know if they're trying to escape or if they're going to try to engage immediately. Because if they're going to try to engage, I think these guys should try to come down and collapse. But it looks like they're just trying to escape with the flag. I think that's why they did that little maneuver, which they're going to get out.
I'm surprised I haven't died. They fucking suck. Oh, poor guy who died.
So Union is going to have 3 of their flags. 4th one's there. You have some Union guys going forward, but good for CSA. It's kind of on their defensive line, so they're making sure Union can't get it back.
Fuck you doing?
We both missed.
Let's go, gentlemen. Scoot it down, scoot it down, scoot it down. Spread it out, boys. Spread it out. Pull it back, pull it back.
So, as of right now, almost 10 minutes into the round here, and the Union down, what, that's a little less than a fourth of a stage, per se. But that's the thing with this map, it's just, it's not, the Union doesn't, I mean, what, they can't attack up the center. They can attack on each side of the map, the issue being that it's not really that wide, so Union has to go up this tiny little area, and CSA just has to throw lead in that pocket, and they should be able to wipe the Union. Especially when CSA gets buck and ball on this map. It's like, either they got to edit this map to make it more like hilly here in the center, give Union more tickets, or expand the boundaries of the map to make it more wide so Union can get, into more of the woods over here, spread out a little more. Same on this side as well. The first thing of editing the terrain, they're not going to do that, but they could most certainly give Union more tickets or spread out the boundaries of the map. It's just a difficult map. Granted, I think a SSL event the other week played it, and I didn't record that run because it was a fun round. But apparently Union won that map, and I'd be intrigued to see that, because it seems the only way that Union wins this map is if they catch CSA off guard or CSA make a mistake, which I'm a little surprised to see CQB this far back. I mean, maybe they're a center force reacting in case Union goes this side or Union goes this side, but they got to move quick. Because Union's now starting to put up pressure on the woods on the Alum, Mississippi. They might just be going in. See Union barely on the left side of your screen, starting to pop up there. Very nice uniforms here from CSA. I like the light tan. That's a flag down. CQB is not moving over here. And Union is going to win that. Oh, never mind. Here they are. They did move over. They went direction I wasn't expecting.
Watch out for frenzy!
Spearwall, guys, get in that line.
Move up on the line.
No legs
We're
coming!
in a line as a spearwall, guys.
And so CQB is going to hold that. Love Mississippi will get that flag back. But again, that was a good charge for Union.
Do not go out of line.
Steady!
Steady, boy.
Steady. Load buck, guys. Next time. Yeah, if you got time, load buck.
Fall back!
Fall back, CQB.
Fall back, CQB.
Thank you, CQB. Yeah, no problem.
So we'll see what happens. But I mean, that was, I would say, a good charge for I don't know. I mean, tickets are roughly still about a fourth of a morale stage in CSA's favor. maybe Union lost a little more there, especially since the reinforcements helped that CSA line. But if anything, it brought everyone down on tickets, which is what the Union kind of needs at this point. Union could have maybe a little time to kind of sit and shoot this out, but CSA have kind of got nice defensive lines across the whole map.
You better try harder.
DB, check swim ready. Check swim ready.
But IVB, First Kentucky, kind of skirmishing on this far side. Close to the center left, you got Pickett's Brigade, Davis Brigade. We saw in CQB and along the Mississippi over there. Pulling that wood line down, but Union's got to make a move here. If Union could somehow sneak a few guys out this side and move it around to this side and then push forward. I mean, I don't know if Union realizes that the bulk of the CSA team is here, but that could definitely use that to their advantage. So, you know, of all the places for the CSA guns to be on this map, I would think the CSA gun... I'm just talking map design here, right? I would think the guns would want to be right here. I don't know why they're put what they are. It's like, it sounds like Union Bull Run, where Union pushed the cannons, at least if I remember right, which could be wrong, but I remember being told that Union guns were pushed really far forward in Bull Run, and that's what the CSA guns are right now. They're really far forward. I mean, they're past the point. It's not as bad as, like, Cook's, but I don't know why the guns are there. And then Union artillery, by the way, which we didn't look at that balance. They've got guns here. I don't know if anyone has anyone on artillery, but I'm sorry, but what are you supposed to see through this? What are you supposed to hit through this? You're kind of guessing, shooting through the trees, hoping you don't hit anything. And then over here, again, look at this elevation change. A lot of these new drill camp maps, it really just seems like we have artillery on it, so that they could say they have artillery on it, which is not good. In balance right now is actually 10 towards the CSA side. And yeah, they're only taking the officer on artillery for each side, which is a smart thing to do. But Union being down 10 guys certainly does not help their cause here. So Union pushing up in the woods on the right. They're also pushing up center a little bit, which I like to see Union pushing up on that right side. Not that they necessarily know that they outnumber CSA over there, but you know, it's a good idea. 9th Corps pushing up. They might try to early cap.
Wow.
They early cap. I mean, Union's up on tickets. Oh, CSA, I guess, is capping there. 12th feet. Oh. Nah, it's a 12th VA, guys. You're really capping. Don't know the point boundaries. So, a cap here is not a terrible idea for Union. Reason being that, oh my goodness, Union's charging on both sides. Union's charging everywhere. Union has more tickets than the CSA. If Union capped the point and CSA were down on tickets a percentage-wise, they would go up to the percentage of tickets that the Union is at. However, since Union's down on tickets, CSA doesn't gain or lose any tickets if CSA retakes the point when Union caps. Anyways, there's really no downside for Union to early cap here. It gives them more time, if anything. HL charging through there, getting First Kentucky down. CSA starting to shift over already. Union CSA, it looks like they might have shot at each other and backed off. Not a whole lot of charging there. Our PB's trying to throw these you guys off.
Brace it, boys. I'm friendly. I'm on your team. Brace it, hold.
That's a bad word. I don't want to be mean anymore. I don't want to be mean. I actually need to be nicer. I need to stop talking shit. It's like we killed all these fuckers.
So, wipe there from CSA. You got some more Union over there that have taken some shots at DB who rolled up, but both sides now engaged. Looks like Union might be pushing. CQB's been sitting back here the whole time. Now they're shifting. Maybe they were shooting at 9th Corps, who was trying to early cap. But time's going to be a real issue for the Union here on this map unless they pick up the pace. Chicken 42nd and 30th.
Greet them with an iron fist.
Now,
I'm stuck. Stand away. Run away.
I'm gonna take a wild guess to say that the Lone Mississippi and CQB are the 1st Texas Regiment.
Go home, GI.
Yeah. The Zouaves on this map, you can tell they're Zouaves because they have, I don't know if you want to call it non-traditional uniforms. You know, they got like striped pants and stuff like that. They're very colorful.
Go and take a knee.
But Union really needs to, I don't know if they are, but I don't like that the 42nd PA ran up really close to CSA and had a shootout there for a minute or so. Those guys over there have buck and ball. You should know that based on their uniforms since they're the 1st Texas. So Union over there either needs to sit back and shoot from a little bit of a distance, or they need to charge right in. You can't get up close and get a shootout with buck and ball. It's not going to work for you. So let's see. IB's pushing out. Kind of center here. I think they're just trying to get some flanking shots. And CSA might just turn and charge him out. Charging with the Mississippis. Again, not that long of weapons.
I'm gonna kill you. I just killed you.
It's like,
Come over here. Come over here.
if I'm Union and I realize that the Zouaves over here and they don't have buck-up ball and the 1st Texas is holding this side, I would keep a small Union force over here to keep these guys occupied and send the rest of the Union up this side and charge into the Mississippis. So you can have more of an advantage, per se.
That guy used to have a skull.
I got you.
Boundary stand. Independent flag.
Hey, there's a flag southwest.
Southwest.
So CSA fall back center with the Zouaves a little bit. And they saw him fall back. Union really needs to... The thing is, right, this map does not give the Union a lot of window to do good things on this map, because most of the time CSA is going to dominate. It's a Union ticket advantage that's really only going to keep Union in the game, which, I mean, Union's down, but Union can't sit here and shoot out for long. I mean, you want to hit the defenders down to engage by the 30-minute mark, and you want to hit them down to taking losses by the 20-minute mark, and at the pace we're going, we're not seeing that. We need to see more Union charging, which, interestingly, they're sending IB off to this far left side. It's like, I mean, what, you got 1st Delaware and 36th New York there, and you got 42nd PA and 30th Ohio here. Literally, just keep 42nd and 30th Ohio over here. And then sneak the rest of your team out on this side, and then bonsai charge on this side. The interesting thing is looks like some of those Zouaves that retreated to the center earlier are there, and CQB's running out further back in the center. I mean, if Union's going to put guys in the center here, CSA is going to react accordingly. So, I mean, there is a window for Union to take advantage of the CSA on this map. If CSA split up their regiments like they are, they're just not really fully taking advantage of that. Meanwhile, IVB and the 1st Kentucky guys are taking some shots here. See, I almost wonder if, what the heck? IB is now pushing up here, and again, I don't know if they mean to hold here, which they're all getting the reload, so I think they mean to hold here, but I don't know why Union is trying to get into short shootouts with a buck and ball. There you go. That was pretty fast of a light there. Meanwhile, IVB 12th VA, 1st Kentucky guys. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Yankee pussy bitch. Hey, you turn around! You turn around, you dumbass pussy! Dumbass pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Someone shoot that bitch in the back! Someone shoot that bitch in the back!
Good shot. Yeah.
So, meanwhile, this front, CSA getting a little aggressive here. Again, CQB, they got the ball. Oh, I want to see it. They should be hitting these shots here.
Get the fucking flag out!
And, you know, normally I don't like defenders being overly aggressive like this. However, CSA's got a ticket lead, and they've got bucking ball, so they know they're going to do well, especially if they only charge a smaller Union force, which they did. They're not overextending. Kind of a good move there. Union now starting to react. They're trying to go in. Some groups are just sitting back and shooting, and that's going to let CSA get out here. However, Lucian responding, I think, the right way to charge in, especially if they don't have their shots. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a whole lot, but here comes the rest of the Union. Oh my goodness, 11 Mississippi just charged in, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, it looks like Union's gonna beat 11 Mississippi there, but I don't know about Colquitt's. They're probably gonna charge forward now. And Union will back off, trying to reform. The ticket gap from this looks to have maybe gotten a little closer. So that's good for the Union side. That's really good for the Union side. They needed that. So, I mean, that's why defenders, you don't really want to charge a whole lot per sway, right? I mean, you like the move from Colquitt's there originally to charge on a tiny Union force, but Union a little slow, but they eventually responded accordingly. And then Mississippi went in to try to help their friendlies. And they just got wiped. And, I mean, CSA still in a decent spot, I would say, but obviously as CSA, you'd want a little bit more of a ticket lead, so I don't know if them doing that, the whole action, was necessarily worth it, per se. Regardless, though, it's not like they're down on tickets from the action, so they're still in the fine spot. Interestingly, PB's over here as well, which I'm a little surprised. Looks like the whole Union team is actually on this side, which, again, is a little surprising. And the CSA left is starting to push over here to get some flanking shots into the Union. DP pushing up this side. Meanwhile, the Union horde is pushing forward. I don't know if they're trying to charge in or not. Again, they're getting close. They're holding in a little defilade, which I think they're trying to do, but... Oh, CSA's counter-charging this. PB winning first. I don't know if CSA is trying to catch him off guard by charging in pretty quickly, but again, it's just a little risky. I don't like CSA doing this at all. What are they doing? You have a ticket lead. Why are you... You're defending! First Kentucky and IVB, they better just get their shots and run out. Why are they charging this? CSA is getting awfully aggressive. Maybe for campaign reasons. I don't know, but... the ticket gap has gotten a lot closer because of these charges here. Which, again, Union has a ticket lead. Don't necessarily know that exact percentage, but when a lot of charges start happening on this map,
Hey, they're all in that fucking fence line right there.
that's really going to favor the Union. A lot of charging without shooting, because Union has the better weapons for that, just because CSA has the Mississippis. And I said without shooting, right? Because if CSA has their loads going into a charge, they're going to do some damage regardless. Anyways, both sides are taking losses. CSA still up a little bit on tickets. Maybe that whole situation was good for them. I don't know. I mean, we'll see over the next couple minutes if it was worth it or not. These guys really got to watch out, though. They're not the buck and ball groups, and yet they're holding really far forward. Union could have an advantage to get some tickets here, and it looks like First Delaware and, yeah, just First Delaware is moving up to try to take advantage of this. Which some of the CS, they're not retreating. So, Union, I mean, they're doing a lot better on time. It's still a little iffy. and they are going to scram out of there. Yeah, that's a. They went up there. They got the flank. I don't like the guys who charged in, but I don't like that decision, anyways. But you know, they got up there, got their flank, got a few shots, and then got out before Union charged in. So not bad in the end. I will say, even though CSA's charging up on this side, they're not overextending and getting fully wiped. Like, they're still keeping the charges close and holding their line. So, just my concern with it, right, is you're defending. On a map like this, you don't want to make it to where each side has a low amount of tickets when the clock gets close to 0. I feel like this is one of those maps where CSA can just sit back, wait for Union to come to them, and then shoot them the crap with their bucking ball. I don't know what I did, but it's just, if you're CSA, right, this map feels very advantageous to you. You wouldn't want to charge up and potentially force a melee closer to your enemy spawn. I don't know. I mean, regardless, in the end, the result is CSA is up by about 1/4 of a stage. They've kept that pretty consistent this whole time. It looks like the recent events that we just saw may have grown that ticket lead a little more in CSA's favor in the end, so. But, yeah. Union's really gathering up. I mean, that's, yeah. Union continually putting pressure on the side that where CSA has the buck and ball. It just doesn't make sense to me. But well.
Aim down that line. Steady. Hard. This is under.
I shouldn't do that.
That was crazy.
So hard to see if they're actually hitting shots or not. I mean, they're kind of blind firing. Meanwhile, 42nd PA moving up again. Are they just going in? Yeah, it looks like Union's just going in. They're charging in at a pretty good time. Can see us to get their loads. It looks like they will. That's unfortunate.
Get over here.
Press T, press T.
That's a CSA flag down. Yeah, more CSA collapsing in, though, being CQB.
Enemies everywhere.
So very spread out. A lot of, it looks like CSA is going to hold this in the end, but take a gap still in CSA's favor. So, I mean, hey, that's the thing. Earlier, when CSA, you know, charged up into the Union side, it brought everyone's tickets down. Sure, CSA still kept kind of a lead, but imagine, right, if each side has a 1/4 to a 1/3 of a morale stage up from where they're at right now. I think it would put a little more pressure on the Union if that was the case, but maybe the inverse, where Union's stressed out because they're getting closer and closer to final push and not getting that ticket gap even. Who knows?
Check.
I mean, for all my complaining, it's working, so. You know, you can't complain with the results. But this is, who's this? DB. They wanted to get in some of the charging action as well. Saw a few Union there, going to charge up and get that. Potentially get a flag down. Not like getting that flag down is going to matter a whole lot, just because Union's going to be able to get up or get back here and get it. It's not like CSA defensive line is that far forward, but looks like you got more Union pressuring up this side. IB and CB guys trickling forward. I mean, Union's got 2 flags. They're just trying to respawn guys. HL is now going in. CSA might countercharge this and get 2 Union flags down. If they do decide to do that, we'll see. Union about to hit breaking. And there they go. Well, Mississippi is pushing forward here. Union going in only with a regiment and some trickle-ins was a little confusing. However, CSA pushing out and they have a chance to get some Union flags. They might be taking losses from, or breaking from this. Union flags, good job on them for getting out there really quickly. You don't want to lose Union flags in the center of the woods. You much rather lose the flags where they're being shot at right now. Got some first Delaware spawns moving up here now. And you got more Union main spawns charging in now. And CSA is going to get a flag here. Meanwhile, looks like you got first Delaware forcing that side off, going to charge in. CSA have a down flag there for a moment. They got to get that out of there. And they will. CSA hopping out of the barn. Jump scaring the Union. So, in the end of all that, nothing changed. Which is great for CSA. It's real unfortunate for Union. You would think with the amount of spread out charging we saw, not necessarily spread out, but there was charging for the past couple minutes. And with things, especially towards the end, kind of getting a little more spread out, you would hope as an attacker that you'd be able to catch up on tickets a little bit. And that kind of didn't happen. The gap closed a little bit, but it's not as much as you would want. And again, with CSA continually being over-aggressive like this, those tickets honestly look pretty even, so this is getting better for the attackers. But with the over-aggressive nature of the CSA side here, it's making sure that they're not going to win on time. And this feels like one of those maps of CSA where you try to win on time, not necessarily on tickets per se. Because if it gets final push last stand around the same time, I mean, Union main spawn is really far away from the point. And this isn't like Hooker's Push where the Union has to push out across a wide open field to get to that point. So odds is Union keeps their flags up and keeps spawning guys in for a shootout. And if that final push timer is, 3-4 minutes, Union could shoot you down for a while. And if you're in last stand when they hit final push, that can be really rough for the CSA. So it's, again, right, if CSA doesn't do a lot of this charging into the Union lines here, sure, they're getting a lot of kills, but the charges are starting to become more and more advantageous to the attackers as time's kind of progressed here. Again, CSA is still in a good spot, I would say, but Union is in a much better spot than they were in a couple minutes ago. Even like 10 minutes ago. So.
Forward, IB.
It's almost like Union should do a mock charge with a tiny group, and then CSA will counter charge, and then they bait them to counter charge, and then the Union team collapses in on them. But we'll see. IB's going in though.
Go left flag. Go left side flag. Listen. Go left. Listen. Go to the left.
A little spread out, but now you got more first Delaware moving in. CSA not going to expect first Delaware in their side. They're going to get caught off guard. And they got caught off guard there, which is going to give first Delaware a good couple kills. A lot of spread out stuff. 11 Mississippi basically getting wiped. CQB trying to hold this. You got HL. Now 42nd and 30th Ohio pushing forward for Union.
Stay on the line.
Fall back, CQB. Fall back.
And that ticket gap starting to grow in CSA's favor again. CSA falling back.
face, CQB.
Brace.
Don't forget your butt
Let us
shot.
down, ski roll.
Brace.
Let them come in.
Fire.
Impale them.
Hold your
Don't push
ground.
in. Hold the line.
Hold.
Just stab.
Hold.
Get into him, let's go.
Use your hand.
Counter charge.
Union flags up here. They gotta watch it.
Forward, CQB.
Go.
Why is that flag running forward? No! I guess it's hard to see when you're playing versus up here, right? But,
Come on, you son of a bitch.
I think Union's going to lose 3 flags. I don't mind that from Union. I don't know. But this is what I mean, right? CSA, the tickets were fairly even. Union charged in there. It was a little spread out, but they still charged in there as a team. And CSA got a ticket lead from that. And if that's working, I don't know why CSA ever needs to charge out at the Union. If anything, it made the match a lot closer. So, it's looking very, very good for the CSA right now because Union is down 3 flags. Yeah, and as long as CSA keeps those Union flags down, Union's not going to be able to get their mobile respawns in their line. And if they don't get the mobile respawns, they won't be able to hold point. Which, the unfortunate thing for Union now is they have to go in that woods to get their flags back. Because if Union just charges the point and tries to cap it right now, they're not going to win. They won't have their respawns. But if they got to go through the woods now, and CSA is going to be ready for them with that buck and ball. So, this is looking really good for CSA. I mean, Union's still not going to be in the fight for another minute, minute and a half. Wow. But, yeah. But, I mean, outside of CSA, you know, charging into Union once or twice, which, I mean, we'll see if Union wins or CSA wins this game. I'd probably say CSA wins, but, I mean, outside of CSA charging into Union 2 or 3 times, like, charging up here, CSA played a good game. I think Union could have, you know, the problem for Union is this is just a rough map, and you got to play it dang near perfect to win. Or CSA has to make mistakes, which CSA made a couple, in my opinion, with charging out. But Union, I do not think, should be putting so much pressure on this side. You got to look for the uniforms of the defenders and realize, okay, the first Texas, they're all on this side, which means they've got buck and ball here, and the other side, they have Mississippi's. And if I'm Union at that point, I only keep a small force over here, try to keep CSA distracted, and send everyone around the backside here to this side, and then charge everyone up quickly. Because if you do that, right, CSA might not see you moving, and then if you move quick and charge in, they won't have time to react, and you could wipe half the CSA team without them realizing. So, Union actually just going up the center. Looks like one of the people got the map. Looks like Union just sending a couple guys over, but Union's just going to go for it. I think they're maybe just trying to hit CSA into last stand, while only sending a couple guys over for the flags. Here we go. CSA just got to watch those flags. You can't lose those flags. If they lose those flags, they're not going to get the respawns, and the same issue I mentioned for a Union a moment ago is going to be the same for the CSA. This might be close, actually. 50 seconds left. First Delaware's charging up with a few guys and bringing those flags up. I get why they bring the flags up, but they might lose them again. Uh-oh. CSA at last stand. If they die, they don't come back. I'm surprised they didn't charge the flags up the center. Meanwhile, up on point, CSA countercharging the Union here. They're still holding it. But, yeah, this, rip to the Union. Yeah, and Union could have had a 1-1 today, but they got 0-2'd. So, and no, yeah, you gotta play You gotta play pretty dang perfect on this map if you're Union side. And I mean, Union did. I mean, all things considered, they did fine. They kept the tickets pretty close. It sounded like they got down by a whole lot, but there's just a couple of things maybe could have changed, and maybe we'll have a different outcome. I don't know. I think if CSA doesn't charge into the Union like 2 or 3 times, I think CSA's up by a lot more at the end there. Regardless, though, in the end, CSA got the win, and that is, in the end, all that matters. So, good job to CSA today with the 2-0. It's weird saying that with the result of the first round. I don't think they won that first round. But with that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. Become a YouTube member. To do so, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and a bunch of other links in the description as well. Nonetheless, I appreciate you all. If you have any feedback for myself, feel free to put in the comments or message me on Discord. Anyways, appreciate you all again, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.